Welcome to Life Coaching Access, your daily access with professional certified life coaches brought to you by Life Coach Philippines. And Life Coach Philippines is our community of professional life coaches certified by the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneurs, which is a bona fide institute for mental health that is based in Dallas, Texas, USA. Life coaching accesses our service to the community, and we aim to help individuals experience the process of transformation through the platform of life coaching. So, if you want to know more about our international coaching classes and services, please connect with Coach Rizal through 0917-586-16614 for assistance. And I would just like to invite you to join us. Our next virtual certification is this coming November 21 and 28. So if you are interested to become a certified life coach or a change agent like us, please do connect with Coach Rizal and join us in the profession. And I am Coach Tin de Joya, and this is Relationlift, rebuilding from broken trust and boundaries. So your access with me is every Monday at 3 p.m. For my segment today, I will be sharing to you about relationship attachment. So what is your relationship attachment? So please tag your friends in the comment below and invite them to join our conversation. You may also share this FB Live to your timeline and FB group and pages so that we can reach more people and help transform lives. So, hello first to Coach Maureen, and thank you for joining me online. Do tag along our classmates, our friends, if you know someone who might be needing to really make a reflection about their relationship and where they're going and how they want to improve their relationship, tag them now so that we can help them as we go on with our talk for today. So, if this is the first time you're seeing me, I am Coach Tin de Joya. I am the better half of the man from Pasig City. You know him. Some of you might be familiar with him. He's also a certified life coach. And I'm married to Coach Sean de Joya, and we've been together like now for like 17 years. And we're blessed with two kids, two teenagers. So I have one who's 18 and one who's 15. And I am a certified life coach by the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneurs, which is based in Dallas, Texas, USA. I am someone who loves to do people watching. I do love people watching. Judging, not really. I just find it amazing to just look at them and see their emotions, expressions. So I love talking to them. I believe that every person has the capability to excel. And I worked previously as an HR practitioner. I've been with a corporate for more than a decade, so um, I've been handling global help desk in my previous company until I decided to quit and become a certified life coach. So I'm now full time working as a coach. And as a coach, I help married women regain their voice, their space, and emotions to triumph in their marriage. So, hello, Master Coach Yasmin. Thank you for joining me today. So, I would like to request if something connects with you during my presentation or during my talk, take note of it and share it to your timeline so that we can help others who might be needing an inspiration in their relationship. So uh, do not forget to use the hashtag pack my bag moment and hashtag life coaching access so that when you post and I can search for it, I will be able to comment or share as well your post so that this is so that we can bless others. Remember, not every one of us has that great relationship with our better half. So at times it's a work in progress. So being able to get that inspiration, maybe we just need a tweak in our relationship that could help us improve it and be better. Then Maybe this talk can help them. So if it's not you, it's okay. Just share it. Be a blessing to others who might be needing this. Hello, Coach Cherry. Thank you for joining. Yes, Mami Ying. It's okay, Coach. Just enjoy it. At times, pag malaki na sila, medyo mamimiss muna din yan. So for today, we're gonna be talking about your relationship attachment. Di ba, syempre pag sinabi mong relationship, of course, what comes to your mind is the attachment. Of course, there should be an attachment. But they say that the success or failure of our relationship depends on how we learned or what we learned as a child in relating to others, as well as when we were growing up. So for you, when you hear the word relationship attachments, what comes to your mind? Is it positive or is it negative? So it's important to know what an attachment is. If you check it out, attachment is defined as the feeling of being emotionally close to someone. And this is often a major component of love. Totoo naman talaga yun. Pag pumasok ka sa relationship, dapat may love, di ba? Di naman pwedeng wala lang. Unless you're forced into that relationship. So, my question is, if you're someone who has a boyfriend and you're planning to get married, or you're already in the relationship, you're already in the marriage, my question is, are you in love with your partner or are you attached to them? Oo, may difference talaga yun. And sabi nga nila, love can be complicated. So let's check. Let's see if you are really in love or you are just attached to your partner. Um, Sometimes kasi ano siya eh, madami kasing options yung pagiging in love. Let's check if you're in one of these scenarios. So, option A, you find it relatively easy to get close to others. This is really important because it will help you come into that state that you will be reflective of where your relationship is at now. And does it need some improvement? Kasi ang iniisip ng iba, um, pag relationship, kailangan mo lang tulungan pag malala na yung sitwasyon. But what if you can already do something from your end without really asking help from your friends? Or you might be able to be undergoing something in the relationship wherein someone can support you along the way, a proper support, something that would really gain you to get that relationship you wanted. So let's go with option A. With option A, if you're connecting, just answer yes. Hello, Coach Candy, and hello, Romil. Thank you for joining me today. And of course, my better half is online. Thank you for joining me as well. So option A is you find it relatively easy to get close to others. You are comfortable depending on them and having them depend on you. You don't worry about being abandoned or about someone getting too close to you. So, are you an A? If you're a B, I find that others are reluctant to get as close as I would like. I often worry that my partner doesn't really love me or won't want to stay with me. I want to get very close to my partner, and this sometimes scares people away. So are you B? And C, I am somewhat uncomfortable being close to others. I find it difficult to trust them completely, difficult to allow myself to depend on them. I am nervous when anyone gets too close, and often others want me to be more intimate than I feel comfortable being. So there are like three types of relationship that I have, or three relationship styles that you can check out if that is your style. So let's dig deeper to understand what relationship attachment is. You know, it's at times kasi pag nandun na tayo sa relationship, ang iniisip natin eh okay lang, come what may. Or maybe you also have plans, pero plans lang about your future, but not really how to keep that relationship going stronger. So, oftentimes, when there's already a trial, there's already a struggle, natitas yung relationship, doon dumadating yung time na doon mo lang marirealize na sana pala I did something to be able to. So, ano nga yun eh, if you can already prevent it, then why do you still want to experience it? If there's something that could already help you along the way, kasi sabihin na natin, wala naman akong problema ngayon eh, okay lang yun. But who knows? You never know how the situation is kasi it is dependent on your behaviors, your attitude, your habits. If you remember, the first four talks that I gave you for the month of October is more on the foundations of a relationship. Kasi yun yung binibuild natin, kaya nga tayo pumasok sa relasyon kasi gusto natin ng pangmatagalan. And if you're if it's a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, of course, we want it to end in marriage. Hindi yung nasayang lang yung years nyo together na binibuild nyo in getting to know each other. So, can you read that out? Piglet sidled up to Poe from behind. Poe, he whispered. Yes, Piglet. Nothing, said Piglet, taking Poe's paw. I just wanted to be sure of you. So in this in this space or in this scenario, Piglet was showing a kind of attachment to Poe. So what then is that attachment? What relationship style is Piglet trying to show? What does it mean to be attached? Is it good or is it bad? Hello, Coach Joyce. Thank you for joining me today. So I'm seeing some of our coaches joining me online. So thank you so much for supporting me. And I would encourage you to share this to your timeline as well, or invite some friends who might be needing to hear something, or who might be needing to be inspired in their relationship today. So do tag them along. Thank you, Coach Blazy, for tagging your friends. So, I think it's important to talk about what attachment is, and there is some there is a thought founded in 1950. This is what we call the attachment theory. This theory was proposed by John Bowlby and Mary Ainsworth in 1950. So they said that the attachment theory refers to how individuals form emotional bonds with significant others to meet basic needs, and how psychological disturbances can disrupt this bond. So, what in this theory, they use this in 1950. They use this to study the attachment, of how people get attached, and they started with studying kids or infants because they determined that the way we were growing up was a factor in how we are relating to others when it comes to our relationship now that we are adults. So in this theory, they found out that the needs of infant that is met by the parents significantly contributes to the attachment strategy throughout their lives. So from childhood pa lang, from the infant stage, from zero age, dun pa lang, infants, or we as infants are already starting to build that attachment to our caregivers. So it will depend now on how we are, on what we receive during those formative years. It will depend now on what kind of love or what kind of emotional bonds we have received that somehow affects the way we respond or relate to our relationship with friends, with other family members, or at times with our significant others. So the research reveals that the infant or the adult interactions that result in a successful we have they found out that there are like two types of it's not really an attachment, but there's like two kinds of relationship of or attachment that is uh, founded. We have the secure and insecure. So for a successful secure attachment, this is where both mother and infant can sense the other's feelings and emotions. So in other words, an infant feels safe and understood when the mother responds to their cries and accurately interprets their changing needs. So, if the needs daw is met, yung lahat ng needs ng bata ay na-meet. As the child grows older, the child becomes secure in the relationship and in himself. So the relation that he will have with others will also be kind of secure. Later on, we will delve down deeper to the different relationship styles or attachment styles that we have. And maybe if you are in one of those that is not an ideal one, you can check out what you can do to be able to get to the ideal one. And if you are someone needing help, you can always connect with us. You can connect with me or with Coach Rizel at 0917-586-1661, and you can book a discovery session with a professional certified life coach. So sabi ko kanina, it's more of the secure one. Now, the other one is the unsuccessful or insecure attachment. This occurs when there is a failure in the communication of feelings. So researchers found that successful adult relationship depends on the ability to be able to manage your stress, to change until you come into the adult stage. The kind of attachment you receive from your caretakers or primary caregivers will also determine your adult will also somehow determine your adult relationship. So because it also gives you the ability to be able to manage your stress, stay tuned in with emotions. So you're tuned in with your emotions. Use communicative body language, be playful in a mutually engaging manner, be readily forgiving, relinquishing grudges. So, mukhang positive lahat, diba? If you grow up in that secure attachment. So, the same research also found out that when you are in an insecure attachment, it can cause abuse, but at times, it's more likely to cause isolation or loneliness. Kaya di ba minsan, if you check it out, you have these friends, si Day, mahilig na, si Day, hindi kayo ha. Minsan you find Day or Day na unable to really get over on a certain relationship, and at times they become so possessive, and pag naiwan, grabe yung nararamdamang isolation or loneliness. So it depends on how they were growing up as kids. Come to think of it, habang ginagawa ko tong talk na to, I also came into a reflective state of what relationship I am having. Kasi as I was growing up, I was I remember that as a child I was really unwanted. I am not close to my mom, and my real mom. Um, she would always feel that I was the cause of her. I was a mistake for her. So I never really felt love. And then when I had another a stepmom, well, she was kind, but there would always be that feeling of you need to prove yourself to be able to be acknowledged. So as I was reflecting on the relationships that I had, um, I came into a realization that I might have gone into the other relationship styles, which if I was not really able to find life coaching, then maybe that relationship will, um, our relationship, my relationship with my husband will not be like this. So it does help that I was able to find out about life coaching. So I'm showing you the attachment spectrum. In the attachment spectrum, sabi nila, you can actually see like five, but there's like four major attachment styles. But here in the attachment spectrum, you can check this out. This is used by a therapist. This is like accessing adult attachment that they're using. You can check this out in the internet. So you can read more about this. So in the attachment spectrum, it displays the continuum of the style. So, pag sinabi mong continuum, it's more of something that keeps on going or changing slowly over time. So, as you can see, if you're secure, you have the balance or integrated where we want to steer forward. In the right side, we have the reactive and preoccupied. And then on the left, we have the dismissive and reserved. So, for example, you might be securely attached to your partner most of the time, but you might lean towards the anxious side. So, understanding this can help actually save your marriage. If you're caught in the right relationship styles, this can help you heal and save your marriage. So we'll talk about it in passing, but I will be talking to you about the four major relationship styles as we go on with our slides. So in the there is what we call the secure attachment style. So as you can see, secure or the balance integrated in this style, the parental style daw in this secure attachment is the parental style is aligned with the child, in tune with the child's emotion. So if you're a parent, I think this would also help you so that you can nurture your children as they are growing. Di ba, ang goal naman ng parent is to have their kids grow up to be good people. So knowing you're giving them the right attachment will help them develop, will also be a factor in developing them as good, ano bang term doon? Parang good humans of society. So let's start off. So sa parental style in the secure, you're aligned with the child and you're in tune with the child's emotion. So ang resulting effect nito when you become an adult, you're able to create a meaningful relationship. You're empathic, you're able to set appropriate boundaries. So in the avoidant attachment style, this is more on the reactive, preoccupied side. So in the avoidant attachment style, the parental style is unavailable or rejecting. So when the kid grows up, the resulting adult becomes, or the resulting characteristic in the adult avoids closeness or emotional connection, at times distant, critical, rigid, or intolerant. So pag preoccupied, that's what we call the ambivalent attachment style. In the parenting style is inconsistent and sometimes intrusive parent communication. So in this parental style naman, at times you give the love and at times you withhold it. So hindi consistent. So what happens is the resulting adult characteristics The adult becomes anxious and insecure, at times controlling. Kung naka-encounter ka ng controlling na boyfriend or girlfriend, or yung asawa mo ba, controlling, mahilig mag-blame, erratic, unpredictable, or at times naman charming, pero opposite talaga eh. So, that must be a cause of how your partner was growing up. And it takes, paano ba? It takes knowing their past and understanding their past. Kasi mas nagiging compassionate ka in understanding how your relationship is growing with your partner. We also have the disorganized attachment style. This is now in the dismissive or reserved state. So in this style, yung parenting style daw is ignored or didn't see the child's needs. Walang pakialam sa gusto ng bata. The parental behavior was frightening or traumatizing. Ito minsan yung mga abuse. So the resulting adult characteristic is chaotic, at times insensitive, or explosive, abusive, untrusting, pero gusto ng security. So, hindi magka-align, di ba? So, yun naman siya. So, at times, pag reactive attachment naman, the parental style is extremely unattached or malfunction. So, what becomes of the resulting adult characteristic is the person cannot establish positive relationship with others or with people or with the significant other. Remember, this is just the attachment spectrum and is a factor that contributes to how adults respond to their relationships. But the attachment style does not explain everything about your relationship. It just explains probably a great deal of why your close relationships have have succeeded or failed in the manner they did, or why you are attracted to the people you are attracted to, and the nature of the relationship. So, problems that come up again and again for you. Minsan may ano kayo eh, may may ano ba 'yun, parang minsan na-experience mo na lagi na lang ganun yung nangyayari sa mga relasyon mo, lalo na kung nasa boyfriend-girlfriend stage ka pa lang. Paulit-ulit lang na parang okay sa una pero habang tumatagal kayo, dumadating na nakikilala mo yung tao pero same pa din. So, sabi nga nila, hindi kaya dahil ikaw yung may problema, hindi naman talaga yung partner mo. But at times, we are so blinded about it na ang iniisip natin, okay lang tayo, pero yung partners natin ang hindi. So, knowing the attachment spectrum and the types of attachment styles that we have would help us understand us. Ikaw muna, ano ba yung meron ka? Ano ba yung response mo sa relationship mo? Para as you go along in the relationship, you are also able to adjust. Remember, it takes two to tango. Hindi pwedeng gusto mo mag-change yung partner mo, pero ikaw naman hindi nag-change. So, it's important that knowing the attachments that we have will allow you to really make a reflection of how you are. How were you when you were growing up? What was the effect of that childhood to you, and how can you make your relationship better now that you have your own, especially if you are, kung nag-uumpisa pa lang kayo, this is a very foundational din to sa inyong dalawa. Kasi pa kayo sa mas malalang problems, di ba? Kung pwede nyo namang iwasan, why not? If someone can guide you, like if this talk can help you, then use it, share it to help others as well. So in short, remember that as humans, aminin man natin o hindi, genetically we are wired to be in a close relationship because attachment increases our chances of survival. Even in the prehistoric time, our ancestors are really parang growing in a tribe, they are in a clan, and they really have they build that relationship, they really have that attachment because it is one way of really surviving. So kumbaga, no man is an island, no man can live alone. So working out on yourself and working out on the relationship would help the both of you to understand each other. And if you're in that stage that both of you are hurting, it will help as well to heal the relationship. So let's talk about the four styles. As you can see, the first style is what we call as the secure attachment style. In this style, you're intimate without becoming overly worried of the relationship. So you're able to express your needs and wants easily. You are secure both when you have a partner or you don't have a partner. In short, you are interdependent in your relationship. Okay ka lang kahit wala siya, pero okay ka din na andyan siya. And you're capable of conveying emotions appropriately and constructively. So the basic premise of this style is that between the two partners, you are there for me when I need you, and I am there for you when you need me. So it's a give and take. Ito yung, ito nga yung pinaka-ideal na relationship. You're able to be alone and be with your partner, and you're able to understand that at times he or she might not be around, but you are secure in that relationship. And you're comfortable with closeness, with being dependent, and someone being dependent on them. So you're comfortable that you can depend on someone and that someone can also depend on you. So in short, you are able to prioritize the relationship, and you are able to tend to draw clear boundaries and stick to them. So in this stage or in this attachment style, couples become attuned to each other, meaning they have the rhythm developed that they are able to recognize and respond to each other's needs consistently. So this is the most ideal relationship styles. But sabi ko nga kanina, knowing your style, you can always there's always a shift in that. So it's a work in progress. So you have to work on it to also be able to come into the secure attachment style, because remember, we always do not have a perfect childhood. Whatever our experiences is, it's also influenced by the people around us when we were growing. Ang ano lang dun is nakukuha nating primary influence is from our caregivers. But how we are treated as well when we go out of our home also affects our behaviors, our attitudes, our beliefs. So, hindi porke lumaki ka sa magandang family or you have received all the love, you can automatically get into the secure attachment style of relationship. Because remember, there are other factors involved as well. Um, Whatever it is, there's also a risk in the secure attachment. And this is when you become complacent with each other. So spouses can become easily bored and needs to guard against relationship neglect. So yun din yung babantayin nyo sa secure attachment style. Kasi at times, di ba kahit ano namang whatever it is, pag kulang, masama, pag sobra, masama din. So you have to have that balance. So if you're secure, you're confident that your partner will be around and able to meet your emotional needs. You're happy to have your own space and to give your partner his or her own space as well. So hindi totoo yung saying dito na you complete me. So yun yung secure attachment style, because you're able to be able to give back, to have that balance and give back that love. So this is the ideal one. So we move on to the next. This one is what we call the anxious preoccupied attachment. So dito, instead of feeling of real love or trust toward your partner, you often feel emotionally hungry. So you're desperate to form a fantasy bond. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng fantasy bond? It's like na everything is perfect for the two of you. That for you, he must be a knight in shining armor. Parang naalala ko si Coach Lin doon sa knight in shining armor eh. And of course, kasi Coach A did a talk with about the knight in shining armor. But we figuratively we also use this when we are describing the type of relationship we want. We wanted our partner to be a knight in shining armor. So that's a fantasy bond. Because you are creating an attachment na parang you can't live without them pag nawala sila. Kasi rescuer siya eh. That's how you see them. So you're always looking for your partner to rescue you or complete you. So dito naman, effective yung statement na you complete me. So here, you often fear that your partner does not wish to be close as you would like him or her to be. So you tend to be very sensitive about your partner's mood fluctuation and you take it personally. For example, pag uwi niya, nakita mo malungkot siya, feeling mo ayaw niya sa'yo. Kailangan niya nang umuwi kasi obligasyon niyang umuwi. So, may ganun. Inisip ko, dumating ba ako sa ganung stage? Well, somehow, yes. I came to that point that I became anxious, preoccupied. Yeah, I have that certain attachment style. And so, in this, ano naman, you constantly need reassurance and affection from your partner. Gusto mo, pamaya-maya sinasabihan ka ng I love you, or pamaya-maya, chinecheck ka. Ito yung mga stage na anxious, preoccupied ka eh. So, often, you're nervous and stressed out about the relationship. Konting shift lang, you feel, pag nakita mo lang na hindi okay yung partner mo, ang dami mo na kagad na assumptions. May iba na kaya siya? Ayaw niya na kaya sa akin? May mga ganong emotions. So, parang you constantly need assurance and affection. So, how does this look like? You cling and seek or blame or push away at the same time. Yung, yung gusto mo pero mamaya pag andyan naman sa'yo, ayaw mo naman. Kasi feeling mo, nandyan lang sa'yo pero hindi ka assured na love ka. Kasi feeling mo kaya lang siya andyan kasi wala siyang choice. Coach Sean, wala ka tagang choice, mag-asawa na tayo. Yun ako yung decision eh. Pero yun. So, your greatest fear is if your partner leaves you, you will not be okay. So, at times, what you do is you threaten to leave kasi gusto mo lang talaga habulin ka. You withdraw, you keep score. Bakit lagi na lang ako? Teka lang, parang nag-resonate ata yung mga words ha. Parang nagamit ko yung mga words na yun. Naalala ko lang, parang nagagamit ko din ata yung mga mga words na yun dati. So, oftentimes, ang pangit lang dito if you use it now to manipulate your partner para hindi ka iwan. So, the anxious person is either a clingy boyfriend or girlfriend who's over-invested in the relationship. Yung tipong mga 36 na yung miss call sa'yo, mga 40, 50 text messages na tapos hindi ka sumasagot kaya sunod-sunod yung text. Ayan. So, in this type of attachment, they're dependent on reassurance and their emotional needs are significant. So, without acceptance and love, their own self-confidence suffers. Ang tip lang naman dito is, what can you really do if, for example, you find yourself na parang tipong andun ako sa anxious, preoccupied. Hindi po ikaw yun, si Dayon ha. So, what if they find themselves na dito siya sa ganitong stage? What you can do to fight this? I know this is a work in progress, so if you really need to talk to someone, you can always connect with Coach Rizel and book a discovery session with a certified life coach. So in this type of attachment style, what you can try to do is look for the fulfillment outside of your relationship. Ito kasi yung mga stage na at times, madalas to sa mga married women eh. When they lose themselves in the relationship, that's what usually happens. na-focus ko masyado yung attention, yung love sa mga bata and lahat. Feeling ko, akala ko meron pa ako sa akin, pero wala na pala akong natira. So, oftentimes, I would always think na dapat nasa bahay ka na, dapat ganito, dapat ganyan. Although, hindi naman ako yung tipong pamaya-maya ang tawag at text. Pero, somehow, some of the characteristic of the anxious preoccupied ay dinaanan ko. So, parang nawalan ako ng sense na so I have to work, I have to find a hobby, I have to go out with friends so that the emotional support that I need is not solely gotten from my partner or from my husband. So that's for the anxious preoccupied attachment. So up next is the dismissive avoidant attachment. In the dismissive avoidant attachment, your tendency is to emotionally distance yourself from your partner. So you seek isolation, you deny the importance of loved ones, and you detach easily from them. So meron talagang ganitong tao. Although konti lang sila. You maintain independence and you prefer more autonomy in the relationship. So in times of conflict, you lean out of the relationship. Parang, I don't need you. Kaya ko to. Isa-solve ko muna. Ako lang. So, you always feel crowded or suffocated in the relationship. Feeling mo you are being controlled. Kaya ayaw mo. So, you have many commitment issues. Kaya pag, halimbawa, ang boyfriend nyo, ayaw pang magpakasal, madami siyang commitment issue. So, papanood mo tong video ha, para maintindihan niya kung bakit. So, so in the dismissive avoidant attachment, the person thinks of himself or herself as an extremely independent person with a tendency to try to distance themselves from people. So often, they are action-oriented people. So, sila yung busy ako, madami lang talaga akong trabaho. So, what do you want me to do? Just tell me and I'll do it. So, kailangan mo pang sabihin. Ito yung tipong mga insensitive. Wala sila minsan pakialam sa emotions mo. So they have little patience for emotional discussions. Kasi somehow when they were growing, kasi it's also a result of how they were when they were growing up. So the tip here, how do you overcome this or how do you work on this particular style is you counteract this tendency by biting your tongue. Kung mahilig ka magsabing, I don't care, what you can do is set some time limits on the discussion by telling your partner, okay, let's talk about it. Ito lang yung time frame. So slowly you try to open up. You try to allow your partner to help you. Dumating din kami ata sa ganitong stage eh. Sa part ni Coach Sean wherein nagkaroon siya ng dismissive avoidant. So this style is not really specific to a certain relationship. So it's important that you are aware para you can really catch yourself up where you are in that particular style and how you can correct it to make the relationship much better. So in this stage, being able to talk really about it will somehow allow your partner to feel that particular bond. Kesa yung lagi mo siyang, you bakit ba pag-uusapan? So may ganun siya. And then, of course, the final stage, this one, I so love this. This is what we call the hedgehog's dilemma. Get close, stay warm, and get spiked, or keep away, stay safe, and freeze. Pero at the end of the day, kung lalapit ka, matutusok ka, masasaktan ka, or pag you stay away naman, naka-freeze ka lang. So, wala talagang emotional attachment. So, this is more of the fearful avoidant attachment. So, what they do is, they actively seek out the relationship, but when it becomes serious, the person becomes fearful and responds by withdrawing from the relationship entirely. So dumadating siya dun sa stage na parang umaayaw siya. So they are afraid of being both too close or too distant. Ayaw nila yon. And they struggle with having confidence in and relying on others. And they respond to a lack of bonding by becoming fearful of future bonds. So they may cling to their partner when they feel rejected, but they also felt trapped when they are too close. The person may want to go for safety is also the same person they are frightened to be close to. So there's like two conflicting desires when you are in this particular stage. The fearful avoidant um, attachment style. Kasi in this particular style, first you want to get closer to your significant other, but second, you avoid hurting him or her and get hurt in return. So as a result, your relationship becomes rocky, or at times you're so close, then all of a sudden, you retreat. Nagkakaroon ulit ng distance yung relationship. So, how can you work out this type of attachment? What you can do is really take off the prickles. Or, di ba, the hedgehog has prickles. So, in the same way as human, you find or remove yourself from that particular state. So what you can do is maybe you can have a simple physical closeness or have a cuddle and feel that emotional closeness. So those are the four major relationship attachment styles that people go through, and be mindful of it to really help you out in your relationship. So your attachment style plus your spouse attachment style is equal to your core pattern. So identifying your attachment style and your spouse style can gain you insight on how typically you interact with each other. So this is known as your core pattern. So knowing this or knowing your core pattern will help you understand, heal, and strengthen your relationship. So learn the difference between connection and attachment. Connection gives you the power. Attachment sucks the life out of you. Remember, attachment is the fundamental way humans learn to interact and communicate with each other. So ultimately, the attachment style you develop as a child, based with your relationship with your parents or your caregivers, affects the way you handle your relationship. But it doesn't have to define the ways of how you relate to the person you choose to love in your adulthood. The good news is you can change your attachment style. It may take some time, it might take some work, and a great deal of understanding from people in your life, but it is possible for you to build intimate, secure relationship that fulfill you and help you feel safe. And if you're really having difficulty building your relationship or really get overcoming the relationship style that is trying to ruin your relationship, know that we are here to support. You can always connect with me, or you can connect with Coach Rizel at 0917-586-1661, and you can talk to a professional certified life coach. So that's it for me today. Let's thank you. Let's connect. If you do have questions, feel free to message me, or you can also post your questions on the comment box, and I'll be glad to get back to you after my talk. So You can email me at coachtindejoya@outlook.com, or you can also message or connect with me at 0917-806-4200. And you can also like my page, Coach Tin DJ or Life Coach Tin, and you can also subscribe to my page. Just when you think marriage is all out, someone who is trying to find themselves in their marriage. So see you again next time for relationship, and that would be my next episode would be about self-abandonment. What is self-abandonment, and what how does it affect your relationship? So as we end today's episode, let me invite you to visit our coaching hub, Decap Coffee Republic, located at Pioneer Center compound along Pioneer Road, corner Brixton and United Streets, Capitolio, Pasig City. So that's just across Bayanihan Center. Our coaching hub is open physically from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. only. So if you go there, we have certified life coaches on the floor. Even the people serving you are also certified life coaches. So but however, we still have the virtual operations, which is 24/7. So if you're needing someone to talk to even at the wee hours of the night or early morning, someone is always there to help you. We offer coaching services on demand any time of the day, any day of the week. Please connect with Coach Rizal through 0917-586-1661 for your coaching needs. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you next week, same day, same time. Love, bam, boom. Bye-bye.